सर मु पिल्ला को म्यूट कर देछि आपण अनम्यूट हे जानतो।
Good evening, friends.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So coming to same transaction analysis. So I think up to 7th we have already discussed. Then 8th January, 10th January, 11th January, both the transactions. That is on 11th January, that is also a credit transaction. Similarly, 5th January is also credit transaction, but one is purchase, other one is sales. Credit purchase, credit sales. So coming to next one, that when we talk about that these are the transaction and we have to analyze through that accounting equation. So after 7th, then there are so many transactions. That is capital, under capital, Firoz capital account. Similarly, under liabilities, Computer Mart account. Similarly, in asset, okay, in asset side, that cash, vehicle, land and building, SBI, computer, and Lakshmi. So these are coming under asset. So when you go through this transaction analysis one by one debt, and we got new accounting equation after 2 to 3 transactions. And at last what we got, that remember we may prepare balance sheet. Balance sheet as on 11th January 2021. We know Firoz capital is 8,03,400. Similarly, in liabilities, Computer Mart is 5,000. 2 item in liability side. So Firoz capital 8,03,000, Computer Mart is 5 lakh. Then proceed to asset side, cash 4,55,500, vehicle 2 lakh, land and building 1 lakh, SBI 44,900. That means 44,900 is available in bank, that is SBI. Computer 1,000, and Lakshmi, that is amount is Lakshmi Priya 7,000. So my dear friends, we may prepare balance sheet because that all the information is available in accounting equation, that is capital, liabilities, and assets. Clear? So each and every transaction must be analyzed through accounting equation, and we may prepare balance sheet, and here balance sheet agreed, that is 8,08,400 in liability side, in asset side 8,08,400. So what do we know from these transactions? Yes, transaction analysis. That each transaction must be analyzed through accounting equation, because when you analyze this transaction, 3 to 4 areas we may cover. One is where we may find out that what are the account involved in the transaction, then whether that is involved with the account, that is personal account or nominal account or real account, and which element is it. So, and we may find out that whether transaction is cash transaction or credit transaction. So this is all about your transaction analysis. So one by one you have to analyze, you have to find out the that account involved with the transaction. Then you go for accounting equation and write down all the transactions systematically, and you may prepare balance sheet after completion of analysis of each and every individual transaction. Though accounting equation agreed, so balance sheet must be agreed. Capital plus liability is equal to asset. C plus L is equal to asset. Clear? Then coming to when we talk about that the phases of accounting, we know that journal, then ledger, then trial balance, then we may prepare that financial statement. So first phase is journal. First phase is journal. So what is that journal? We all of us know that journal is, otherwise we may say that is book of original entry. Book of original entry. Book of original entry. So when you say book of original entry, book of original entry, because all the business transaction we may enter into that books. All the business transaction, book of original entry or book of prime entry. So what we know that what is journal? After complete the phases of accounting, that is journal completion, we may find out what is journal. And we have to analyze business transaction, identify the accounts affected, and we have to apply the rules of debit and credit and formulate journal entries. So we know that accounting is purely an art of recording. Recording of business transaction in a systematic manner, in a chronological order. So, but right now we have to learn how the business transactions are recorded through these phases. And coming to the dual aspect concept, each transaction has two impact, one receiving, other giving of benefit. Receiving of benefits, other giving of benefits. So both these aspects are recorded through journal. Journal is the book of original entry, journal is the book of prime entry. All the business transaction must be recorded through journal. So what is journal? That is derived from the French word jour. What it means? It means a book in which daily transactions are recorded. Each and every day's transactions are recorded. So, and how to record? Chronologically, systematically, day-wise we have to record. And we all of us know that in double entry system, it is the first book in which all the transactions are recorded date-wise. And or we say that is an occurrence-wise. So it is called book of prime entry or book of original entry. And there are so many that definition according to L.C. Cooper, according to Kohler. So what we know that Cooper says journal is a book classified, sort out transaction in the form of convenient for the subsequent entry into the ledger. So my dear students, after recording all the transaction in the journal, these are posted in the ledger to the respective accounts. So the journal is called book of original entry. So we have to post it into ledger. That is the second phase. First journal, then second one is ledger. So when you record all the business transaction in the journal, so then what is our duty? Our duty is to post it into ledger to the respective accounts, So what we may say, that is journalizing. What is that journalizing? Nature and features of journal. The process of recording all the business transactions, that is known as journalizing. So remember, journal is the first book in which the transactions and events are recorded in chronological order. It shows debit aspect and credit aspect of each transaction, that is cash transaction. It provides an explanation, that is narration. Narrate the business transaction. Each transaction must be explained. Narrate. So it serves as a source of future reference in accounting transaction. It makes possible to post the entries in the ledger at convenient times at convenient times. You may, when you enter, so at the convenient time, you may post the entries into the ledger that is in respective accounts. So it records on transaction day-to-day basis. So otherwise we may say that is day book, because it records transactions on day-to-day basis. Then what are the steps involved in journalizing? Remember, first you have to identify the aspect involved in a transaction, whether that is debit aspect or credit aspect. Then in second step, you have to determine the accounts to which these aspects relate. Which account, whether personal account, whether real account or nominal account. Then we have to classify in step 3, classify the accounts into the various categories. Then in step 4, we have to go for rules of debit and credit. We have to apply the rules of debit and credit. Then next step, in the format of journal, we have to enter the debit and credit in the format, that is the journal format. Clear? So these are the steps that we have to go through for journalizing. So what is the format of journal? So suppose I will say that is we have to write that journal in the books of ABC Enterprises. So date column, particulars column, ledger column, debit amount in rupees, credit amount in rupees. So this is the format of journal. So in each and every transaction, we know there are 2 areas. One is date is must, second one is amount is must. Similarly, in the journal, date we have to write that transaction date. Then in particular, first one is debit, second line is in particular column. That is in first line, that is debit, second one is credit. Then in ledger folio, that you have to write down the page number, folio number, then debit amount, credit amount you have to write. Then you have to narrate the transaction, explain the transaction. Then you draw a line in particulars column, particular column. Likewise, you have to enter all the business transaction. So this is the format. Then we know that column 1, that is date column. Column shows the date of the transaction. Then proceed to column 2, that is particulars. In this column, the name of the account to debited is written first. That's starting with the line marked as X in the above format. That is then after leaving certain space, the account to be credited is written. That is preceded by the word to. Then a short description of the transaction is given in the third line. That is also called narration or explanation. So generally that start with the word being. After completing the narration, a line must be drawn across the entire particular column to separate one entry from the other. One entry from the other. So column 3, that is ledger folio. Folio means column shows the that ledger folio. Ledger folio, that after passing the entry in the journal, the ledger posting is made to these entries. So each page of ledger is serially numbered. Each account is allotted at least 1 page. So page of ledger at which the concerned account is posted, the number of the page is written in journal in column of LF, ledger folio. So what is the purpose? Why we write down the page number in as against each debit aspect and credit aspect? Because it becomes very easy to find out the page number in at which the entry has been posted. Entry has been posted. It also provides convenience in making the posting in future. It helpful in finding out whether the entries have been posted in the ledger or not. It also helps in the situation when the trial balance is not matched. Jetebale trial balance misiba nahi, ledger posting heichi na nahi, we have to check. Then trial balance is not matched. Then posting can be verified by the help of that page number. That is, for that reason, ledger folio page is very important. Then column 4, debit amount, credit amount. We have to use the abbreviation, that is DR, then CR. We have to write down the amount in concerned column. So these are the explanation of format. How many column? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount, credit amount. So these are just explanation. Then we go for that the transactions of Arpita stores. We have to write down, journalize the above following transaction. Okay. So coming to first transaction, that is 1st January 2020. Arpita started a trading business with rupees 5 lakh. 2nd January, first to read, received rupees 3 lakh loan from SBI, which was credited to a new account of Arpita stores. Then 3rd January, purchased land and building for office purpose, 2 lakh through check. So bank account decreased, asset account increased. Then 4th January, purchased office furniture for rupees 30,000 and paid cash. So cash transaction, cash decreased, furniture increased. That is asset for the business. Purchase is immaterial in this particular transaction. Then coming to 5th January, purchase office chair through cash. So cash goes out from the business and asset increased. That is office chair. Then 6th January, deposited in bank rupees 50,000. Cash decreased, bank account increased. That is SBI. So then brought goods for cash rupees 10,000. Like this, transaction is given up to 31st March. Up to 31st March. So what is our duty? Our duty is to go for and journalize the transaction. So first one is 1st January 2020. Arpita started a trading business with 5 lakh. Who started business? Arpita's capital. Arpita started business. So Arpita's capital is 5 lakh. So with rupees 5 lakh, that is cash. So one is Arpita's capital account. Second one is cash account. So Arpita's capital account, that is personal account. Then cash account, that is coming under real account. So what is the golden rule of personal account? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So here Arpita is giver. Arpita is giver. So Arpita account, we have to credit. Similarly, cash account, cash, that is real account. Debit what comes in. Business ku asila. Kon asila na cash. So cash, that is real account, debit. So how to write the journal entry? Date we have to write. Then cash account debited rupees 5 lakh to Arpita's capital account rupees 5 lakh. Never we say that is cash account DR 5 lakh to Arpita's capital account 5 lakh. Okay. So we have to say cash account debited rupees 5 lakh to Arpita's capital account. Arpita started business with cash. Arpita started business with cash on dated 1st January 2020. Clear? Any question in first transaction? No.
sir.
Okay. 1st January 2020. Arpita started a trading business with rupees 5 lakh. So who started business? Arpita started business. So this 5 lakh is Arpita's capital account. So when you say capital, that is personal account. Okay, personal account. Then another one is cash. So cash is coming under real account. Then you have to apply the golden rules. Personal account rule, that is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So here Arpita is coming under category giver. She is not receiver. So what we have to do? That is Arpita's capital account, we have to credit. Then cash, that is real account. So when you say real account, that is asset for the business, debit what comes in. Business ku kon asila na cash asila. Kiye dela? Arpita dela. So one is cash account, other one is Arpita's capital account. So how to write in the format of journal? So cash account we have to debit and Arpita's capital account we have to credit. Debit, credit, both aspects we have to write. in the form of journal. So we know the date we have to write, then we have to journalize in particular column. Then here folio number is not required. Then we have to write the debit amount in debit column, credit amount in credit column. Every debit has equal and corresponding credit. So 5 lakh debit hela mane 5 lakh credit habo. So cash account debited 5 lakh to Arpita's capital account 5 lakh. So Arpita started business with cash.
चलो डीआर का मीनिंग क्या है? डीआर
Debit. DR, abbreviation of debit is DR.
ओके
Abbreviation of credit is CR. Instead of writing CR, we have to use the word to. Always how to
Sir,
speak,
मुझे
how to.
ये
Yes.
5 लाख पड़ेगा दीटा गारो दिया
सेटा सेपरेट करा हिची ट्रांजैक्शन को ट्रांजैक्शन सेपरेट करा हिची पर्टिकुलर कलम रे.
तो गुटे डाउट
Immediately we may find out that this is the journal, this is the that transaction.
सर जो कैश अकाउंट रे जो सीधा लिखा जो डेबिट बोली लिखा होची तो सर एटारे भी टू अर्पिता कैपिटल अकाउंट एटा तो क्रेडिट अमाउंट बट सेठे तो केवल ओनली फॉर फोलियो साइड रे जोटा रखा होची डेबिट खाली लिखा होची.
फोलियो कलम को जाई नेटा एटा पर्टिकुलर कलम रे अछि.
हां से जो
हेले?
पर्टिकुलर कॉलम रे ही डेबिट बोली लिखा जीवो एम्ति माने सिस्टमैटिक.
Yes, yes. You have to write that. Instead of writing CR, we use the word to. So how to speak? Never you speak that cash account DR 5 lakh to Arpita's capital account 5 lakh. Always you have to speak like this. Cash account debited 5 lakh to Arpita's capital account 5 lakh on dated 1st January 2020.
सर एक बार रिपीट करेंगे.
Cash account debited 5 lakh to Arpita's capital account 5 lakh on dated 1st January 2020. So narration we have to write in bracket, just to go through the bracket, that being Arpita started business with cash. So ei through ame jani parle the transaction Arpita started business with cash rupees 5 lakh. Okay, that is the narration. And remember that debit line is in one line, whether that is 1 or 2 account. Similarly, credit account, that is also in very next line. Not we never write that Arpita's capital account in 3 line. Arpita in 1 line, capital in 2nd line, and account is in 3rd line. So we have to write in 1 line. One aspect is debit aspect, other aspect is credit aspect. Clear?
कैश और बैंक अकाउंट तो अलग अलग टाली होबो ना. बैंक और कैश तो गोटे जगह रहबोनी जर्नल एंट्री रे.
सब रहिबो. आपण एबेठु जदी सेमति भाबिबे ताले आपण किछि करि परिबेनी. बुझिले कि आपण
ना सर बैंक रे क्रेडिट डेबिट होबो. सेटा कैश रे
आपण
केमति
पचारलेनी मु जानि सालेनी. आपण जा पचारचन मु जानि सालेनी. आपण first thing is what we have to do. Our objective is to go through the phases, maintain books of account, apply the golden rules and concept. Then we prepare financial statement, find out profit or loss. Then it is quite the accounting. Okay, these are the transaction in the Arpita stores. What rules state? So accordingly we have to proceed. Suppose I will say why office chair is only 2,500. आगे 2,500 रे गोड़ो चारटा हबनी. आगे आपण चेयर केमती 2500 टका किनले. So such type of question is totally unwanted question. Okay. Similarly, what you ask, bank account, cash account. Bank account is asset, cash account is also asset. आमे जेतेबेले बैलेंस शीट तैयार करते लिखते cash in hand, cash at bank. Suppose 5 bank account, we have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bank account. How much amount is available at the end of the period, that is 31st March. Okay, so never we club the bank account, all the bank account. Okay, so individual bank account we have to maintain. एठी गोटे बैंक अकाउंट तो आमे से अनुसार लिखुचे. जदि मोर 5टा बैंक अकाउंट we have to maintain separate ledger, and separate account name you have to mention. Suppose one account is SBI, another account is in UCO Bank, another account is Canada Bank. So here loan received from bank SBI. So seventy UK Bank by Canada Bank jaha city lekhiba. Okay. So 2nd January received 3 lakh loan from SBI, which was credited to a new account of Messrs Arpita Stores. Kete lakh tanga 3 lakh loan from SBI. So bank account debited 3 lakh to loan from SBI account 3 lakh on dated 2nd January 2020. Loan from SBI loan dela kete tanga 3 lakh. So give her. Okay, give her. Then that is transferred to separate account, that is bank account SBI, loan from SBI account. So sorry, one separate account. So bank account debit, bank account bodhila, loan from SBI account, that is liability, that is receiver, giver. So that is we have to credit. So bank account debited 3 lakh to loan from SBI account 3 lakh on dated 2nd January 2020. Then third transaction, 4th January 20, purchased office furniture for 30,000 and paid cash. Purchased land and building, sorry, for office purpose, rupees 2 lakh through check. So one is land and building account, that is asset for the business, and that is bank account decreased. We have to issue, Arpita issue the check of 2 lakh. So land and building account debited 2 lakh to bank account 2 lakh. Here bank, that is check issue karaichi, so bank account kamichi. Land and building asset asila, debit what comes in. Setlagi हमको debit करे पड़ला. Land and account, building account debited rupees 2 lakh to bank account 2 lakh on dated 3rd January 2020. Being land and building purchased for office use. Though here office use is mentioned, that is asset for the business through check. Then 4th January, I think same type of transaction, purchase office furniture for 30,000 and paid cash. Cash goes out from the business, office furniture, that is asset for the business. So furniture account debited 30,000 to cash account 30,000. Furniture purchase for office use through cash. Sorry. Similarly, 5th January, purchase office chair for 2,500 through cash. So that is cash goes out from the business, office chair, that is mentioned, office chair. So that is office chair account debited to cash account. Office chair purchased through cash 2,500. Chair account debited 2,500 to cash account 2,500 on dated 5th January 2020. Then very next transaction, 6th January, deposited in bank. So cash deposited in bank, bank account, that is increased, cash account decreased. So 6th January, bank account, that is your asset, bank account debited to cash account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So 50,000, bank account debited 50,000 to cash account 50,000 on dated 6th January 2020. Then coming to these 4 to 5 transactions are mostly similar. One is check, other one is cash. Then coming to a very important one, that is 7th January. What transaction says? That is 7th January, bought goods for cash rupees 10,000. Bought goods for cash rupees 10,000. So that is goods purchased. So purchase account debited to cash account. Purchase account debited 10,000 to cash account 10,000. Cash goes out from the business. Cash goes out from the business. Then similarly, a 9th January, sold goods on credit. On credit, the word on credit is used. So that transaction is credit transaction. Sold goods on credit to Abhilash Kumar, rupees 5,000. Sold goods on credit to Abhilash Kumar, rupees 5,000. 9th January, 9th or 8th? 9th January. Okay.
सर 8 डबल अच्छी
1 minute. 1 minute. 8 January আমি ওটা ছাড়ি যাইছে brought goods on credit from Smruti Sudha and company for 60,000. 8 January bought goods on credit from Smruti Sudha and company for 60,000 on 8 January. So 8 January purchase account debited to Smruti Sudha and company's account. Goods purchased on credit. Bakire kina haichi purchase on credit. So 8 January. Then another transaction is on same date. Sold goods for cash rupees 3,000. So sold goods debit what comes in cash asila transaction is cash sales. So cash account debited to sales account 8 January 3,000. Here one thing you have to remember. If you go through this transaction, what we found that suppose this is my first page. So then we proceed to second page. When you complete the first page, we have to make total debit amount and credit amount. That is 11,52,500 and 11,52,500. Balance carried forward. Okay, carried down. So make total of debit side, make total of credit side. So both sides must be same because debit aspect is equal to credit aspect. Every debit has equal and corresponding credit. So first of all, though this one is my first page, so we have to close the page. Then what we have to do? Then same thing we have to write down. Balance brought down 11,52,500, 11,52,500 in both sides. Clear? Then we proceed for other debt transaction. Clear? So proceed to 9th January. Sold goods on credit to Abhilash Kumar. Sold goods on credit to Abhilash Kumar rupees 5,000. 9th January. So Abhilash Kumar debit the receiver, credit the giver. So debit the receiver. So Abhilash Kumar account debited 5,000 to sales account, that is income, sales account rupees 5,000 on dated 9th January 20. Goods sold on credit to Abhilash Kumar. Similarly, on 10th January, received rupees 3,000 from Abhilash Kumar as part payment. Out of 5,000 that Arpita received, only 3,000, that is part payment. So 10th January, cash increased. Abhilash Kumar, that is decreased. Abhilash Kumar is debtor for the business. So cash account rupees debit, cash account debited rupees 3,000 to Abhilash Kumar account 3,000 on dated 10th January. Similarly, after Abhilash Kumar, then 11th January, sold goods to Ajoy rupees 10,000 on credit. So transaction is credit transaction. So Parikshit Pandya, kindly tell me what is the journal entry? Bhavani Shankar Mishra,
Sir,
please tell me that that is on 12th January. That is 11th January, sold goods to Ajoy rupees 10,000 on credit. Journal entry.
Sale to Ajay.
Sale.
sir,
1 minute. Nottaboro Behra kaile sales to Ajay. Acha. Sold goods to Ajay.
sir, Ajay to
one minute. ଆମେ ସେଇଠି କ୍ଲିୟର ହେଇଗଲେ ସମସ୍ତେ ବୁଝିଯିବା। ଏଠି ଆମକୁ ବୁଝିବାକୁ ପଡିବ sold goods to Ajay 10,000 on credit. First of all, ଆମେ ଏଠି ଜାଣିଲେ ଏଟା credit transaction because party name is given. Second thing is there is no information about cash received or check received. Second point, काहाकू सेल कले अजय को सेल कले
अजय को सेल कर हां
तो बेसिस रे सेल कले क्रेडिट सो पार्टी इज इंपोर्टेंट सो अजय इज रिसीवर और गिवर अजय इज
अजय
कमिंग
receive-
पर्सनल अकाउंट अजय रिसीव कला सो अजय अकाउंट वी हैव टू डेबिट then
Debit
sales
account.
account then sales account then sales ala amar income so income hele Ajay account debited rupees 10,000 to sales account 10,000 on dated 11 January 2020 11 January se hai china nahi Ajay account debited rupees 10,000 to sales account 10,000 on dated 11 January 2020 नटोरा बुझिले
ଆଜ୍ଞା
then proceed to that next transaction received rupees 9,900 from Ajay in full settlement the word full settlement that is very important that means ame au tatu kichi paibani 100 टंका कम पाइले that is loss for the business that is discount received or discount allowed discount allowed allowed that is loss for the business that loss for the business instead of receiving 10,000 again instead of 10,000 I may receive करले only yes अपन commerce background बोले so
cash account debited
very good cash account debited discount allowed account debited to Ajay
debited Ajay account.
to Ajay account very good so cash account debited rupees 9,900 discount allowed account debited 100 to Ajay account 10,000 on dated 12th January 2020 cash received from Ajay with full settlement आउ किछि ताटू पाइबाकू नाही क्लियर हे गला पूरा then 30th January sold goods to Hari Narayan 3,000 and received check Gua clearly mention kala received check that means cash transaction okay so what we have to write
Check means bank transaction.
very good madam bank account debited rupees 3,000 to sales account एठी हरि नारायण को मन रखिया किछि दरकार नै सेल कर देले पैसा पाइ गेले चेक रिपोर्ट कर देले चेक क्लियर हे गेला बैंक अकाउंट डेबिटेड 3,000 टू सेल्स अकाउंट 3,000 on dated 13th January 2020 check received by sales of goods then withdrawn cash from bank for office use rupees 10,000 bank account kamila cash account badhila 14th January 2020 withdrawn cash from bank so cash account debited rupees 10,000 to bank account cash withdrawn from bank for office use on dated 14th January 2020 then after 14th 16th January 15th January draw cash from bank for payment of
house rent,
for office use or personal use
Drawing to bank, sir.
yes so drawing account debited to bank account cash withdrawn from bank for office use this is office use or personal use
office use.
Office use. Personal use, sir. Personal use is drawing to bank.
House rent
rupees 2,000 okay house rent rupees 2,000 so this one's for that reason that is here written as drawing account otherwise never we use just to make correction that is sorry that cash withdrawn from bank for office use eta habo nahi for personal use because the word drawing we have to use only in the case of personal use if proprietor withdrawn cash or goods from the business for his or her personal use at that point of time we may use the word drawing okay so एटी टिके भूल लेखा हिची तो cash withdrawn from bank for house rent of the proprietor. Then 16th January, paid 59,500 to Smruti Suddha and Company in full settlement. 59,500 to Smruti Suddha and Company in full settlement. Yes, on 8th January, bought goods on credit from Smruti Suddha and Company for 60,000. तो वर्तमान हमें पेमेंट करूचे. तो so that is discount received or discount allowed? Discount received. That is gain for the business. That is gain for the business. So we have to that discount Smruti Suddha and Company account 60,000 to cash account 59,500. That is goes out from the business. Business through 59,500 Kamila. Discount received, that is gain for the business. So nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. For that is in discount received account 500. So how to speak? Smruti Suddha and Company account debited 60,000 to cash account 59,500 to discount received account 500 on dated 16th January 2020 being cash received or paid. That is cash paid with full settlement. Ticket bhul achi lekha. So cash received, cash paid with full settlement. Then 17th January. This one is very important. Stock rupees 15,000 was lost in fire and insurance company admitted only 12,000. So 12,000 admitted only 12,000. 17th January insurance claim 12,000. Loss by fire 3,000. So we have to credit purchase account. Purchase account. Remember purchase account, that is 15,000. Near Joliola 3,000 claim मिलिला नहीं. हमें insurance claim पाइले 12,000. 12,3 15,000 पूरा settle ला purchase account goods निया लगी. So that being the loss by fire and the claim admitted partially. 3,000 is loss by fire. That is not admitted by insurance company. So that is on dated 17th January 2020. Then 8th January, Abhilash Kumar was declared insolvent. Debalia. 50 paisa in the rupees received. Abhilash Kumar. Is there any transaction with Abhilash Kumar? Previous transaction? Yes. On 10th January, then 9th January, sold goods on credit to Abhilash Kumar 5,000, received 3,000. So, हमको कितने receive करिवार अच्छी 2,000. On 18th January 2020, Abhilash Kumar was declared insolvent and 50 paisa in the rupees received. So, out of that, out of that 2,000, bad debt is 1,000, cash account is 1,000. Received 1,000 cash and 1,000 is bad debt. That is loss for the business. That is normally we classify into debt into 3 types. One is good debt, second one is bad debt, third one is doubtful debt. So bad debt, that is unexpected loss toward the business. So bad debt account 1,000 to Abhilash Kumar account. Being Abhilash Kumar as insolvent, 50 paisa in a rupee received. 2,000 पाइबा बदल रे हमें पाइले 1,000 टंका. तो आउ 1,000 टंका loss toward the business. Then 19th January, goods worth rupees 1,000 distributed as free sample and 200 as charity. Goods worth rupees 1,000 distributed as free sample and 200 as charity. 200 as charity. That is on 19th January. So advertisement account 1,000, charity account 200, to purchase account 1,200. Goods distributed as free sample and charity. So then 21st, salary of rupees 2000 paid from Arpita's personal fund. Salary of rupees 2000 paid from Arpita's personal fund. Proprietor is Nija fund ଦେଇଛି 21 ତାରିଖରେ. So that salary account debited to Arpita's capital account. Salary paid from owner's fund. Salary paid from owner's fund. Then on 22nd, goods worth 1000 returned to Smruti Sudha and Company as it was defective. As it was defective. So goods worth rupees 1000 returned to Smruti Sudha and Company as it was defective on 22nd January. 22nd January. So Smruti Sudha and Company's receiver 1000 to return outward account. Smruti Sudha and Company account debited 1000 to return outward account 1000 on dated 22nd. 22nd. Then another transaction in 22nd, purchase a new machinery of rupees 10,000 and paid wages of rupees 500 for installation. So what is the journal entry on 22nd? That is machinery account 10,500 because installation charges that is included. So machinery account 10,500 to cash account, wages paid for installation and machinery purchased. That is on 22nd. 22nd. Then salary 5,000 was due and provide 5% depreciation on furniture. So my dear friends, on 24th, nature is different. Two transactions is there. Salary of rupees 5,000 was due. One transaction. Second one is provide 5% depreciation on furniture. 5% depreciation on furniture. So 24th transaction, that is one is salary account debited to salary outstanding account 5,000 because due is there, salary due but not paid. Similarly, depreciation account, that is lost toward the business. So depreciation account, nominal account, debit all expenses and losses. Then furniture asset, value of the furniture decreased, diminished. So depreciation account debited to furniture account 1,500. Clear? That is on 24th. That is on 24th. Then 25th, bank allowed 500 as interest on deposit and charged 2,000 as interest. So 25th January. 25th January. So when you talk about 25th, same two. One is interest received, another one is interest charged by SBI as against loan. So bank account debited, interest received, that is come for the business. So bank account debited 500, interest received account 500 on dated 25th January. Interest received. On second transaction, that is interest account debited to loan from SBI account, that is 2,000 on dated 25th January. Interest charged by SBI as against loan. Then 27th January, allowed 1% interest on capital. Interest on capital, 1% interest on capital for the month of January 2020. January 2020. So interest on capital account, interest on 1 minute. Interest on capital account, that is rupees 2,000 to Arpita's capital account. So एठी interest on capital किए payment करिवो?
बैंक दबो सर।
बैंक दबो, business दबो।
सॉरी सर, हम बिजनेस
Interest on capital. हाँ, interest on capital. Yes, yes.
Arpita
Yes, yes,
capital.
yes. हाँ, ठीक ठीक. Then, thank you. So that is interest allowed on capital. Then 28th January, charge 2% interest on drawing for the month of January. এটা কে নেব 28 তারিখ ইন্টারেস্ট অন ড্রয়িং আরে ক্যাপিটাল বঢ়িব না ক্যাপিটাল কমিব
বঢ়িব
27 তারিখ বঢ়িব না 28 তারিখ বঢ়িব
ক্যাপিটাল 2% কমিব
না বঢ়িব কমিব তো দুইটা ওয়ার্ড তো 27 তারিখ রে কোন হবে 28 তারিখ রে কোন হবে
27 तारीख रे बढ़िबो कैपिटल
वेरी गुड
28 तारीख रे कमिबो
वेरी गुड ये कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट मैडम मेले कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट 28 तारीख ऑफिसर कैपिटल अकाउंट डेबिटेड 40 to interest on drawing account 40 interest 2% on drawing then on 30 तारीख interest received rupees 500 commission received rupees 400 remember my dear student these two transactions are in same that is received so that is in one date we have to do both the transaction that is on 29th cash account debited 900 because received what is there to interest received account 500 to commission received 400 interest and commission received okay interest and commission received similarly on 30th paid office expenses through check and audit expenses made rupees 1000 so what we have to do office expenses and audit fees one is bank other one is cash so never we merge so office expenses account 100 to bank account 100 on dated 30th January then audit fees paid account rupees 1000 to cash account rupees 1000 audit fees paid then 31st January that cash paid for telephone and transportation so both are nominal account debit all expenses and losses credit all incomes and gains both are expenses we have to debit telephone expenses account debited 100 transportation expenses account debited 100 to cash account 200 cash paid for telephone and transportation so remember when you go through the journalizing process you have to find out the account involved which element is it then coming to account then apply the golden rules and most important thing in journal is you have to follow the format never you write 2 to 3 line remember narration or explanation might be 2 to 3 line okay but debit aspect is in 1 line credit aspect is 1 line another important thing that never we say account we may write down A by C okay instead of writing ACCOUNT we may write A by C okay so never we say that cash A by C DR rupees 5 lakh to Arpita's capital account 5 lakh that is wrong always we have to say cash account debited to Arpita's capital account you may use instead of writing ACCOUNT cash account you may write cash A by C debited 5 lakh to Arpita's capital A by C आमे गोटे फॉर्मेट रे दिबा जदी A by C लेखुचे लेखि परिबा जदी अकाउंट लेखुचे लेखिबा जहां लेखिबा गोटे फॉर्मेट सुंदर देखा दिबो A by C लेखिले किछ असुविधा नै बट नेवर वी से कैश A by C debited rupees 55 lakh to Arpita's capital A by C always we have to say account first debit aspect then credit aspect and another important thing suppose here that how many pages 1 2 3 4 5 so remember in each page we have to make total that is by writing balance then proceed to balance brought down then close the account that is 11,98,500 then we have to transfer to 12,90,200 total is 13,01,940 then transfer to balance brought forward 13,01,940 in both sides debit and credit then make total 13,03,240 then another important thing that is balancing sign when you write down in both total amount then you have to draw double line this one is double line Okay, double line that indicates that account balanced, both side balanced. Clear? This is all about journal. Yes. ପଚାରନ୍ତୁ।
କେତେ ମାର୍କ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍?
ଏକ୍ସାକ୍ଟଲି ଆପଣ ମାନେ ସବୁବେଳେ ସେଇ କଥା ଖାଲି ପଚାରିଲେ। କେତେ ମାର୍କ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍? ଜର୍ନାଲଟା ନିହାତି 10 ମାର୍କର କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ପଡିବ।
ଆମର 12 या 8 नंबर ଆସିବ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ବହୁତ ଲମ୍ବା ହେଇଯିବ, ଘଣ୍ଟେ ଦେଢ ଘଣ୍ଟା ଲାଗିଯିବ।
ନା ଡୋଣ୍ଟ ବି କନଫ୍ୟୁଜ ପ୍ଲିଜ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ। ମୁଁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଆଡୁ କଲେକ୍ଟ କରିକି ନେଇଛି, ତା ମାନେ ନୁହେଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ବହୁତ ପଡିବ। ଓକେ, ବୁଝିଲେ କି?
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ହାର୍ଡଲି 8 ମାର୍କ ମାନେ ହାର୍ଡଲି 8 to 10 ट्रांजैक्शन थिबो। सिमिलरली 12 मार्क माने भी सेही 10 to 11 12 ट्रांजैक्शन थिबो। प्रत्येक ट्रांजैक्शन को एक बार 1.5 मार्क थिबो, बुझिले कि? डोंट बी कंफ्यूज हैला। जदि 8 मार्क का क्वेश्चन
स्टूडेंट तो सर मु फर्स्ट टाइम ए सब टॉपिक पढुची, मु आगुर केबे जाननथि।
समस्ते मैडम समस्ते फर्स्ट टाइम सब जिंस पढंती।
सर मु आपन
डरिबार
क्लास को
किछि
रिवाइज मोड रे दी थरो देख देबे।
सर
डरिबार किछि नै।
सर आपण प्रीवियस क्लास रो जो पीपीटी एक्चुअली सर तो कोते भी नहीं सर, आपण भी ग्रुप रे सर भी पठाइनी प्रीवियस क्लास रो।
मु सब पठे देबी, डोंट वरी
सर।
ଆମେ ଟିକେ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିସ ହେଲେ କରିପାରିବୁ ନା ସେଥିପାଇଁ।
କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ, ମୁଁ ଆଜି ପଠେଇ ଦଉଛି। ବଟ୍ ମୁଁ ଦୁଇଟା ତିନିଟା ମିଷ୍ଟେକ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିଲି, ସେଗୁଡା କନଫ୍ୟୁଜ ହେବେନି। ଗୋଟେ
सर
ଜାଗାରେ
मोर कंफ्यूज अछि सर।
ହଁ କୁହନ୍ତୁ।
सर ए जो डाहाना पटर लेखा है डेबिट अकाउंट क्रेडिट अकाउंट एटा
अकाउंट लिखा नहीं, अमाउंट
अमाउंट अमाउंट ए अमाउंट बा डेबिट अमाउंट ये
रुपी सिंबल चेंज हो गले आपण जानते हैं। कोन कहले?
सर डेबिट अकाउंट टा किए दउचंती आ क्रेडिट अकाउंट टा किए नउचंती सेटा दीटा हिसाब रखा जीवना।
आज्ञा आज्ञा सब बेले आपण पैसा जति के आनुचंती पैसाटा रखुचंती कि सर्कुलेट करचंती। हां बुझिले कि? तेन करी बोथ एस्पेक्ट ननेले केमता हो। आपण जदी खाली रोजगार करिवे, दिन सारा खाइबेनी, ड्रेस पिंदिबेनी, खर्च करिवेनी, मेडिसिन खर्च करिवेनी, खाली कहबे पैसा रोजगार कर रखि दे। इज इट पॉसिबल?
सर इसको हम लोग प्रैक्टिस करने से कैसे मालूम चलेगा कि हम गलत लिख रहे हैं कि सही लिख रहे हैं?
आराम से हो जाएगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। इफ एनी डाउट यू आस्क, नो इश्यूज।
हेलो सर जो 9900 जो 100 डिस्काउंट दियाला सेटा लेजर बैलेंस से तो शो कराहिनी।
आपण लेजर बैलेंस एठी कराहिनी, एटा जर्नल करा होउछ, बुझिले कि? हां, व्हेन वी गो थ्रू जर्नल एठी मु आपण
जो क्वेश्चन में टिके मिस्टेक थिला से आपण आउथरे रिपीट कर दियंतु टिके।
मु करेक्शन कर देगी पठी, डोंट वरी। हैला
सॉरी सर
इनकम टैक्स
आउ
मु आपण गोटे जिंस एठी क्लियर करछि। गोटे जस्ट जो सर पचारले लेजर सुनंतु, एठी गोटे कैश अकाउंट अछि प्रथमे, एटा पेज नंबर 1 केतेटा लेजर अकाउंट हमें खोलिबा। एठी जदि डिस्कशन करबा, फर्स्ट ला कैश अकाउंट, देन अर्पितास कैपिटल अकाउंट, थर्ड वन इज बैंक, फोर्थ वन इज लोन फ्रॉम एसबीआई अकाउंट, देन फिफ्थ वन इज लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग अकाउंट, देन बैंक अकाउंट ऑलरेडी ओपन हेई जाईची, देन परचेज एट अछि कि?
हां सर परचेज अकाउंट 7 रे अछि। परचेज अकाउंट
7 जाय जाइने सर, 7 जाइने हमें वर्तमान 4 जनवरी अच्छे फर्नीचर अकाउंट। आपण कोनोसी ट्रांजैक्शन छाड़ी परिबेनी। प्रथम आउ थरे कहूची देखंतु, इफ एनी मिस्टेक यू मे ऐड कैश अकाउंट केतरा लेजर फोलियो हमें खोलिबा। लेजर जो बुक सेतरे केतरा पेज रे हमें केतरा अकाउंट ओपन करबा। कैश अकाउंट, अर्पितास कैपिटल अकाउंट, बैंक अकाउंट, लोन फ्रॉम एसबीआई अकाउंट, लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग अकाउंट। आउ 3 तारिख जो बैंक अकाउंट अछि दरकार नाही। देन 4 जनवरी फर्नीचर अकाउंट खोलिबा। देन कैश अकाउंट ऑलरेडी 1 जनवरी खोला ही जाईची। देन 5 जनवरी ऑफिस चेयर अकाउंट खोलिबा, कैश खोला ही जाईची। 6 जनवरी बैंक खोला ही जाईची, कैश खोला ही जाईची आकुरु। देन 7 जनवरी परचेज अकाउंट वी हैव टू ओपन। देन श्रुति सुधा एंड कंपनी लाइक दिस हमें अकाउंट खोलिबा। जेतिकटा अकाउंट हमर इन्वॉल्व एई पर्टिकुलर बुक्स रो अर्पितार। क्लियर?
आज्ञा
सर ये जो जर्नल ऊपर क्वेश्चन आसिले सपोज
क्वेश्चन आसीबो, ये आसीबो गोटे मिनिट सर 5 मिनिट କୁହନ୍ତୁ।
सपोज हमर फाइनल बैलेंस शीट हमर टैली न हैला तो हमको ये
बैलेंस शीट टैली काहे होबनी सर? बैलेंस शीट काहे टैली होबनी? आपन मन रे काहे एते नेगेटिव? अरे हमें पॉजिटिव जीवा, हमर ब्लड ग्रुप पॉजिटिव। रिकॉर्डिंग होची प्लीज।
सर आपका एक्सपीरियंस इतना ज्यादा हो गया है कि आप बोल रहे हैं गलत होगा ही नहीं। अभी तो जो नया नया सीख रहा है उससे गलती
ऐसा
होगा।
नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है। आपण
Sir,
मानकर
one doubt,
छोटे छोटे हाँ
Sir,
यस
please, sir, one doubt, sir.
यस
When we enter the income tax और वो जो इंश्योरेंस वो क्या होगा सर?
इनकम टैक्स पेड, इनकम टैक्स रिफंड, देयर आर टू एंट्रीज।
नहीं, इनकम टैक्स पेड।
हाँ पेड कैश पड़ेला, चेक देले बैंक को पड़ेला। एबे से आपण ऑनलाइन डिपॉजिट करचंदी, बैंक को ट्रांसफर होची ना नहीं?
आगे
तो
सर क्वेश्चन कहिबे कहतले?
हाँ क्वेश्चन मैडम पूरा क्वेश्चन पे व्यस्त रहले। हो व्हाट इज जर्नल? व्हाट आर द इंपोर्टेंस ऑफ जर्नल? फीचर्स ऑफ जर्नल, नेचर एंड फीचर्स ऑफ जर्नल। 5 नंबर का क्वेश्चन पढ़िबो। फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग वर्सेस कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग क्वेश्चन पढ़िबो। डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन फर्स्ट वन इज व्हाट इज जर्नल, एक्सप्लेन नेचर एंड फीचर्स ऑफ जर्नल। बात और प्रॉब्लम पड़ी पारे, बुझी पाले कि जणे जदी एग्जामिनर चाहिबो जर्नल भी प्रॉब्लम पकई पारिबो। देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, differentiate between financial accounting, cost accounting. What is financial accounting?
एडा माने हमको कोर्ट रे हेल्प करियो नहीं जे हमें एते कंप्लेन कहलु कोर्ट से आसले।
What is cost? Sorry, what is financial accounting? What are the objectives, function and importance of financial accounting?
ए हेला परे इमान को रखियो बना कोना इमान तो छोटे
What is functional of object?
Functions, objective, functions and importance of financial accounting. Okay. मो आउ जा क्वेश्चन आपन पठे देबी ग्रुप रे, डोंट वरी। any other question? Last question, any other question?
The last question.
Yes, you ask.
एकटा
पढ़ो जो दी तार लास्ट क्वेश्चन का विषय रिपीट रे लेके आनतिले हम तो
मो दे देबी, मो आपन ग्रुप रे छाड़ दोछ, डोंट वरी।
किलो वाला आंसर तो
सर जो जर्नल एंट्री से टिके मिस्टेक थिला सर आपण आउथरे टिके रिपीट कर दियंतु।
मो मैडम करेक्शन करके ग्रुप रे दे दोछ हैला। कोनो डाउट पड़िबे नहीं, पछर हैरान हेबे।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर।
ओके, थैंक यू ऑल।
ଗୋଟେ डाउट है सर
सब पिक्चर संगे करे पे जेडो कहले जे मीटिंग
सर
काली
ଗୋଟେ डाउट है सर जो आयर जो
सार जण के कथा होचन किछि सुबनी
जे मीडिया रहयो क्वेश्चन वाले मीडिया रहयो तो ये
सर
कोन फोन करी कहला जे मीडिया रहले हमें मना करदु मीडिया
सर
रहयो।
नेक्स्ट क्लास से करे से पर से कथा होतन के सुना ही जाउनी।
ओके ओके ओके, थैंक यू थैंक यू।
अरे
थैंक यू सर।
जे मीडिया रहयो बोले कहेगी मैं नहीं जाऊंगा बोले कहेगी हे भाई
ए आप लोग थोड़ा कीजिए ऑन करके
हेलो
माने गले नहीं माने डिवीजन गले डिवीजन वाला
इसको